I've only got 7 minutes though, eh? So you mustn't count this against me if it doesn't work. But if there's not a video, it's fine. The video was going to explain to you what the Sozo Foundation Youth Café is better than I can, because there's me on there, and you recorded, edited is always better than you live, right? It makes you better looking and it makes you sound better. It also makes you a little bit taller. The Sozo Youth Café was born out of an after-school education project, and the problem that we had was that we were only working with the students that remained in education, and we then had this huge problem with those that kept dropping out. We realized that we needed to do something. We realized that we needed to work collaboratively. The Department of Social Development had an idea that they would run youth cafes. We wanted to run a youth cafe, but we weren't on the agenda, and we didn't know how to do it. So we designed a youth cafe, we sold the vision, we went out and spoke about it because we cared about the young people that we worked with. We spoke about it wherever we could, we built it, we designed it, and then that's working collaboratively. Creative collaboration is what I want to talk to you about. It was birthed from this statement, and this statement was filled in by one of our applicants. As for me, I want to have my own business, be a success, and then give back to my community. You'd hope that that young person made it to our youth cafe, but he was stabbed and killed before he got through the doors. So that kind of statement motivates us to work collaboratively and make sure that things happen, not that things remain on paper or remain as ideas, but they actually walk out into the lives of real people. So our actual space was, as I said, came off the back of the after-school space, and has gone into the now NEET space, not in education or employment or training. And other youth cafes have gone on the reverse. They've started working with NEETs. I know the video's ready. It's cool. That's fine. I see you. I hear you. You're eating my time now again, though. So I've got to roll. I'll show it at the end. And now they've gone the reverse journey, working with NEETs and then realizing that after school, young people would be attracted because the youth cafe space is attractive. We have had to work collaboratively, though, with another program that was our education center. And we realized that they were doing tutoring, nutritious meals, computer literacy, psychosocial intervention, mentoring, and career-inspiring initiatives. And there wasn't that much difference what we wanted to do with a youth cafe. We wanted to do skills, nutritious meals, computer literacy, psychosocial intervention, mentoring, and job shadowing initiatives. So we had to work creatively and collaboratively within our own organization before and with our external partners to make sure that it happened. Most of you are probably sitting here wondering, this is all great, but we don't have the building, the people, or the programs to make that work. And initially, we didn't have the building, the people, or the programs to make that work. So we decided internally that we should work collaboratively, creatively on some of those programs. You'll know that I'm here to talk about creative collaboration. So then we set about realizing that for that, we could share a building, and we built the building that you see there, beautiful as it is in the heart of the Vrygond township. We realized that during the day we could work with young people that aren't in education employment, and after school we could work with those that are coming home from school. We realized that the people we needed were community members, not white guys like me from London, but the people that were used to the streets in Vrygond. So we realized that we wouldn't be the transformers, but they would be, but we could share those people. We realized that we needed programs, and we realized that we could also share in those programs. So what are the stats and the stories of that? What does that actually look like on the ground? It looks like Takolo. He's the guy in the front of the picture here. He left school after grade 8. He dropped out, had done really nothing, was living in the informal settlement just close to Vrygond. And his mum came to me and said, Steve, do you not have a chance for Takolo? Can you not train him? Can you not do something? I said, we've got a barista course coming up from the youth cafe. Maybe he could get engaged in that. If you'd like to have a coffee in Century City in the Specsavers, Takolo will probably pull it for you today, because that shot's taken from there, and both their baristas are from our center. There's hope for a high school dropout. There's hope for someone who needed a second chance. This is Neville, one of our mentors on the program. There's hope for change for him. He was a dropout who left prison illiterate, and all he had was his affiliations with the gangs, and he felt that that was all he had to go back to. He's now one of our community mentors, and he's the barista trainer who trained Takolo to be a barista in the community. He used his most recent bonus to cover up his gang tattoo with a new tattoo creatively over the top, because he realized that it was an intimidation of a past life that he'd now left behind. There's hope for someone who needs a second chance. There's hope for a teenage parent. This is Unati. She fell pregnant in her year of matriculation, and she was part of the after-school education center. We realized that she was going to matriculate, but wasn't going to be able to start university straight away because she was raising a baby. So we took her on as one of our mentors in the youth cafe to teach her peers. There's nothing stronger than a peer-to-peer relationship that tells you what the reality of being a teenage mum is like, right? Much better than hearing from a white guy from London. I'm sure you'll agree. And we supported her through psychosocial intervention and a job. She just resigned on Valentine's Day and left us, but the good news is she goes with a full bursary to the university place that she wanted the year before. There's hope for young role models. This young man is called Akona. He's been in the after-school program since 2011. He came through and matriculated. He's now a community mentor for unemployed young people, and he teaches them graphic design. Those are the stories, but what are the stats? The stats of the Youth Café are an 82% course completion and a 79% moved on to employment, further training, education, or entrepreneurs in the informal economy. They've done over 2,000 hours of job shadowing experience in the last year, or in the last 6 months even. For our education centre, it means 90 to 100 students and a 2016 class matriculation rate of 91%, when a wider attendance of 86% taken on 4 days a week. I hope you'll see what the results of really, really decent creative collaboration can be. I'm on 6 minutes 15. This video is 1 minute 30, but I reckon if they play it, the bell won't ring. So I'll finish with this. If you work collaboratively and creatively, very often you can achieve more than you would expect, and this video will show you what.